Hi, Joe Perry here. Welcome back. In our first segment, we introduced the 4 game changers for improving your health, and we used the acronym DISH, or DISH, to define these 4 core issues. Last time we expanded on the D and the I, the digestion and the inflammation piece to the puzzle. In this segment, we're going to talk about the second 2 parts, stress and the hormones, or the S and the H. Now, whether your goal is to lose weight, maybe improve your energy levels, prevent illness, improve your mood, or even improve your athletic performance, these 4 things will give you a very sound foundation to launch from. Now, I want you to notice that the circles overlap. This illustrates the fact that when hooked together like a chain, there's a powerful synergy that occurs, so they shouldn't be separated. You should work on all 4 of these things together. Let's do a quick review from our last segment. First, we talked about digestion. Some of the key points were, first, you are what you eat, digest, and assimilate. It's kind of the classical garbage in, garbage out, or good things in, good things out. So, what are you eating? Secondly, we learned that 70% of the immune function resides in the gut. So if you're having problems, especially with inflammation in your gut, then it can affect all different parts of your body, and your immune soldiers can't be fighting allergies and viruses and other parts of the body if they're too busy with the gut. Thirdly, we talked about the gut and brain connection, that the stomach or the gut and the brain are actually connected through a nerve called the vagus nerve. So it's a inflammation superhighway in some cases. Next, we talked about inflammation. We learned that there's a good and a bad. If it's good, it's a part of healing, or if it's chronic, it can be bad. In other words, if it doesn't go away, it can get to be very bad. It's far-reaching. It reaches to all parts of the body. And as we talked about, it can reach into the gut, the brain, the joints, and even the heart. And it even increases the odds of many diseases, including cancer. And that's scary. Okay, here comes the S part of our DISH puzzle. It's stress. Now, stress actually causes 75% of doctors' visits to primary care physicians. Now, one friend of mine said it's a curse of our culture. Man, with our family, the things that are going on with our work, with our health, with finances, and even heavy exercise can cause stress. So it's all around us and it really can't be avoided. So we really need to learn how to deal with it. Fuels disease and inflammation big time. It changes your body chemistry. In fact, when you're under stress, do you know that your digestive system closes down or shuts down completely? That's why if you're going through a lot of stress, you gain a lot of belly fat. Now, the second thing is hormones. That's the H part of the DISH. Now, hormones, these little guys, they can help with fat loss or they can hinder fat loss, and they can help with blood sugar or hinder it. And your blood pressure, your mood, your metabolism, and even aging. The hormone called DHEA is your youth hormone. Now, we talked about the problems. Let's talk about some solutions. And these are really good starting points that can have a major effect. First of all, with digestion, eat easily digested natural foods. Get away from the things that are packaged and have a lot of preservatives, additives, things like that. Get away from sugar. Sugar can cause all kinds of problems. Limit the irritants. Again, there are so many things out there that contain the soy, dairy, corn, things that your tummy doesn't really like. So if you can get away from those things, then you can solve your problem a lot faster. Start taking prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes, which furnish a real reinforcement to your gut and the health of what's called your biome, which are your natural little bugs that are helping your digestion work the way that it should. Okay, with inflammation, calm your gut. Again, stay away from the bad foods and the irritants. Secondly, lean toward alkaline-producing foods, and these are things, lo and behold, like fruits and vegetables, things that are really, really good, natural, and a lot of times they're different colors, like the strawberry you see here is red, there's green vegetables, so eat the rainbow. And the other thing is to address the other areas. They all fit together. As I said earlier, they overlap. So you've got to take care of your digestion, your inflammation, your stress, and your hormones all together. Stress is a tough one because the fast track is what I call the curse of our culture. We live in a microwave society, let's face it. We got to drive ourselves faster and harder, and all our electronic devices aren't helping a bit. A friend of mine says, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from email. So here are a few things I've found that really, really work well. First, be still. The Bible says, be still and know that I'm God. We've got to find some sort of oasis, some quiet time in the morning. Don't touch your electronics, maybe for an hour. Another thing is be thankful. Thankfulness is so helpful in reducing stress. You've got to meditate on something bigger than yourself, so you might want to get away. And one of the things I love, as it shows here on the left, is this is myself and my grandson, and we're at a lake, and we're just kind of pontificating the truths of life, but it was so relaxing. So I love to get around and to watch children. They just are so refreshing, and they make your heart warm, and they make you laugh. Secondly, exercise. Do something, even if it's just a 20-minute walk after dinner. Exercise makes a big difference, and it doesn't have to be strenuous. Again, it can be just 20 minutes after dinner. Start there and just build from there. Third, improve your diet. Just try eating healthy foods and just try to eat more and more. You don't have to try to do all this at once. Just kind of blend or phase into it and reduce and eliminate sugar and processed foods, and make sure to concentrate on clean, non-irritating choices, preferably ones with high nutrient density. Hormones. These little guys, they can change your life. Pregnancy and menopause are great examples. And let's not forget, men have problems too, and testosterone is one of the big ones we hear about so much in today's society. But here's some suggestions about how to improve hormone balances. First of all, fix your digestion, get your inflammation squared away, and get the stress down in your life. This is kind of going back in a circle, isn't it? Secondly, improve your diet. Talked enough about that. Thirdly, this is one I want to take a little closer look at. Make sure your adrenals are strong. This is becoming a very, very big issue in today's health practices. Now let's look at the adrenals a little closer, because when we're discussing things like hormones, we have to include the adrenal glands. And the adrenals produce a wide variety of hormones. They don't just produce adrenaline, and a lot of these have to do with other functions in your body. Now, when they get beat up, especially from stress, something occurs called adrenal fatigue or adrenal exhaustion. Now again, stress is a major contributor, and even exercise, heavy exercise, can be a stressor. So there are a lot of things out there that can lead to adrenal fatigue, adrenal exhaustion. Another thing that commonly happens, that I get a lot of ladies that are totally surprised when I tell them this, is during menopause, your ovaries begin to shut down. Now, your ovaries are producing estrogen. Now, when they shut down, where does the production of estrogen have to go? Well, it gets shunted over to the adrenal glands. So now the adrenal glands have to work even harder. Now, when it comes to tired adrenals, substances called adaptogens are becoming more and more popular, and they can help a lot. They kind of act like a thermostat, which helps your body adapt to the stress environment. They're safe, they're gentle, and they support function. And some examples of adaptogens are a herb called ashwagandha, rhodiola, cordyceps, and even Panax ginseng. And these things, again, can have a very positive impact on your energy levels and your quality of sleep, your recovery from exercise, your blood sugar, and even losing fat. Now, B-complex is another good part of an adaptogenic formula. Now, the challenge I've found is if you round up all these ingredients separately, it can cost a lot of money. So I don't want this to be an infomercial, but we have produced a combination formula called Adrenal Fuel that contains all of these things, and it contains them all at a reasonable price. So if you have an interest, look into Adrenal Fuel. Now, in closing, I want to say again, These four things can change your life. I've seen thousands of lives changed through paying attention to just these four little parts of this acronym. So I hope you've enjoyed this information, but my ultimate hope is you'll learn it, you'll use it yourself, and you'll share it with others. We can change some lives.